Yo, what is up YouTube? Killakam, back in the cell of the tank, aka the Victory Gunner. We are only going to be on back roads today. I'm just going to go enjoy myself. I don't want to deal with the red lights. I don't want to deal with bad drivers. I just want to listen to this 106 cubic inch motor between my legs, and that is it. Enjoy the video. Daily 100 for the boys. What is up YouTube? Only back roads today. I'm not dealing with all these dumb drivers. I'm tired of that. Too many close calls. And I'm at that point in my riding career where it's just so much nicer to get out here by yourself, call a buddy, you get a few bikes together and you go hit back roads. It is so much more enjoyable than dealing at red lights, dealing with dumb drivers, dealing with people texting all the time. If you look while you're on a motorcycle or just whenever you're driving, just look to your left and your right at the person driving next to you, and it's sad to say, but 80% of the time, I would say at least 80%, someone is on their phone, not paying attention. I don't care if it's makeup, playing around with something in their console, switching the song on their Spotify, or whatever they're doing. It doesn't matter what it is. Eating food, someone is always distracted while they're driving. And I just turned 24. We just spent the birthday, the big 24. We just spent the birthday in Savannah, Georgia. That was a great time. It was just me and the lady. The bars are great. The food is great. You get to walk around with beer. Not too much to complain about. So we just did that. But it is so refreshing, to me at least, to get out here, to not be bothered. The only thing you have to worry about, hidden driveways, gravel, what else? Potholes. That's really it. And deer and wildlife. That's the only thing you really have to worry about out here. You don't have to worry about cops too much. And that was always my favorite thing. When I was younger, I learned that quick. Once I gotten pulled over a few times, obviously, for the way that I ride. Once I learned that to avoid all of that, you just simply go out of the town that you're currently in and you go to the next one. That generally keeps you out of a lot of trouble. It took me a while to realize that you shouldn't just do daily 100s on wide open roads. But on these roads back here, a lot of times the people that see you actually do it, if they're at their house during the middle of the day and they see you rip a daily 100, they're probably clapping. They're not on the phone calling the cops, telling them that you're speeding. They're just right there with you saying, hell yeah, brother. Go get on that tank. So that's the difference here. It's just so much nicer lifestyle. And when you're riding out here, the safety, you don't have to speed. You don't have to do daily 100s or accidental daily 100s. You can just come out here and ride 50 miles an hour. You can go the speed limit for all I care. I just want you out here on your bike, on these back roads. It's a lot safer. You can still wear your high visibility gear. It doesn't matter. You can squid for all I care. But just get out here on these back roads, take time to yourself, and it is just so enjoyable. Leave it down in the comments if you prefer that, or you prefer highway group rides, or what you prefer. But there's just something to me that these back road rides are just my favorite. But that's one huge benefit of riding a motorcycle. You don't have to be listening to music. You don't have to be doing anything. Before I started vlogging, just getting out here, because my problem when I listen to music on a motorcycle, I go a lot faster than what I normally go. So that just pushed me a little bit over the edge of what I want to be doing. So I used to just hit the back roads, doesn't matter if it was on my R6 or the Gunner, and I would just go out there and just relax. Because when it's just you and your helmet and the bike, you don't really have to be thinking about anything. You just come out here and just take your time, think about life, do whatever. And that's one huge benefit of riding a motorcycle. Because if you start listening to rock music, oh, you're done for. That throttle is ripping. But I started riding motorcycles about, I think I just turned 17, maybe a little past 17, my buddy was actually moving to Hawaii and he was selling his Suzuki SV650, and he was nice enough at the time to let me practice. We went to the local high school, an empty parking lot, and he was letting me practice. I was practicing around in the neighborhood. So while that was going on, that was the bike that I was getting accustomed to. And once he was moving to Hawaii, he decided to sell it. And I think at the time, the bike, I bought it for $27.50, which at the time, that was my first bike. I know if I overpaid a little bit, that would be okay. But the cool thing that we did is I think I only had like $1,200 cash. $1,200 cash on me, and my parents, I believe my dad was working out of town, and my mom wasn't a huge fan of a motorcycle, obviously, so I wasn't going to ask them for any money. So I had $1,200 cash. I put that down, and he let me actually give him, like, I think it was $200 a month after that until it was paid off. So he was in Hawaii. I paid $1,200. I had the bike the next day. He signed the title over. I officially had a motorcycle. And then every month, of course, I would just take that $200 to his mom's house. But that was my first motorcycle, and I fell in love way too hard. But I was originally a car kid, so I had my little Toyota Corolla. I played with the exhaust. I plasti dipped everything like every 16-year-old would. I put a subwoofer in the back. But after that motorcycle, it really opened up to, this is so much better and so much more affordable than the car lifestyle that I wanted. Because every kid's gonna pick the most expensive car. And when you're 16 to 18, you're not gonna be able to afford, most likely, unless you're just balling, or your parents are gonna just straight up buy your first car, your dream car. That's okay, it happens. I'm not ripping you completely. There's a fork right there. That's a real fork too. Let's not run that over. I like my tires. So after falling in love with that Suzuki SV650, realizing that I got my basics down somewhat and it was time to step it up, I was getting a little bored because, as you can see, I love speed, I love to go fast. That's enjoyable to me. So once I got tired of that 650, the R6 was the next step. And the R6 was a perfect next step. That 650, I tell everybody, I'm still biased. Go get a Suzuki SV650 or go get a Ninja Kawasaki 650. Do whatever it takes. But those bikes, get your basics done and just grab one of those, because it's going to have enough power. It will keep you entertained while you're learning the basics. I just don't want you to go get a 250 or 300 and you be tired of it instantly and having to go sell a bike. And I know some people say it's great to learn on a dual sport, but if you love sport bikes or you like cruisers, I still think a 650 is a great bike to get on. Absolute great bike, because you can learn a lot more fundamentals on the 650. All right, here's a good test to see if the GT is louder than my tank right here. That one sounds good. I can't see what exhaust it is. Another Stang guy right there. But the SV650 was a great starter bike. I regret nothing on that. And it's just SV650, Yamaha R6, big 3 gunner. My dad has the Kawasaki Vulcan. I've been on a CBR 600. I've been on a Panigale 1199, which is the dream bike, of course. So I'm almost positive that will still be in my garage one day. My next step is to get a shed or a garage so that I can get another motorcycle, so that it's not going to be in the weather, it's not going to be underneath a tent or a tarp or a bike cover. I want it in a shed, in a garage before I get my next bike, and whenever that happens, you guys will obviously know. But that's just a little backstory of why I started riding and how I started riding. I originally had that common misconception of people always telling you how dangerous they are and that you'll never be able to get one. And it came to a point where I was just like, okay, I bought my helmet, I took the course, I passed it with flying colors, and I bought my bike, and I did that all within a span of about a month. And I still remember to this day, my mom was, it was a no-fly zone. That was never gonna happen. And at the end of the day, I wanted it so bad that when that helmet came into the mail, I saw it on her face. She was not happy with me. Not happy with me one bit. That was the point where she realized, oh, he's serious, he really wants this. And then that's where it kind of, it's okay now. My dad rides, I ride, of course. She's happy, she plays around, she says, so makes jokes, so it's okay now. But when I was younger, as any mother would do, you don't want your 17-year-old or 18-year-old getting a motorcycle, which I understand. But being that 17, 18-year-old, I wasn't gonna let a no or a simple no stop me from getting a motorcycle. So I guess the moral of that little story is, don't let the no's or all the naysayers and all the people that have the worst of the worst motorcycle stories stop you from going out there and passing that test. But I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I'm about to go get some lunch, my day off. That normally means chicken wings and a few beers. Thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. A little Killakam history episode 2. Staying videos coming soon. Gunner videos coming soon. Thank you so much. See y'all next time. Killakam out.